Hello everyone. I hope all of you are doing well. The lockdown has been extended. We have to stay at our homes for a longer period now. But let us just get forward with this discussion on the chapter. We shall be discussing a few new concepts which I have already mentioned. But before we begin, let us revise a few things we had already done. For instance, the author of the lesson is Alphonse Daudet, a French man famous for portraying rural French life. Then we also came to know about the background of the story. This has a war in the background. Which war? Franco-Prussian War of 1870 and 1871, जिसमें फ्रांस प्रुशिया से हार गया था. एंड एज अ रिजल्ट क्या हुआ था? कुछ districts, specifically the provinces of Alsace and Lorraine, were taken over by the Germans. And what did the Germans do there? They imposed their language. They forced the French people to speak their language. Then we did a brief overview of the chapter. What happened that morning? How was Franz feeling? How was M. Hamel feeling? Then, when the news came that French will no longer be taught, how did Franz react? How did M. Hamel react? That all we had discussed very briefly. Today we shall start from linguistic chauvinism. Now, what is linguistic chauvinism? And how is this related to this chapter? Basically, this means having too much pride in one's language or one's culture. Now, this pride is so excess and sometimes so unreasonable that you start hating the language or culture of the other people. After everything is over, I would love if you think, who is being chauvinist here? Is it the French people or the German people? ऐसा attitude कौन दिखा रहा है? Let us just break it down. Linguistic and chauvinism. Linguistic क्या है? Related to language or the study of language. You are studying the language basically. And then what does the chauvinism means? Chauvinism means aggressive pride. Aggressive आप कब बोलते हो? Virat Kohli is an aggressive player. You know what kind of attitude he has. Now this aggressive pride gives birth to hatred, and that hatred in any form is unreasonable. Why do you hate people? आप कभी कभी बोल भी नहीं पाते आप क्यों किसी को hate करते हो. Since hatred and unreasonableness is not acceptable, hence we think that linguistic chauvinism is negative quality, and it is something that you should avoid at all costs. Now, to understand this concept, let us take an example which is closer to us. अपनी देश का एग्जाम्पल लेते हैं. जैसे अब ये कार्टून आप देखो. दिस कार्टून वॉज मेड ड्यूरिंग द एंटी हिंदी प्रोटेस्ट्स इन तमिलनाडु in 1958. What had happened? The central government had advised all state governments to introduce Hindi in their syllabus, school syllabus. Tamil people are very proud of that language. Nothing wrong in that. हम सबको अपने रीजनल लैंग्वेज पे गर्व होना चाहिए, एंड वी शुड स्ट्राइव टू प्रोटेक्ट द रीजनल लैंग्वेज. But the Tamil people went too far. They said, our Tamil, our language is the best, just like the French in the chapter said. And we are not going to study Hindi at all. हमें हिंदी पढ़ना ही नहीं है, हम पढ़ेंगे ही नहीं, तुम कुछ भी कर लो. So the protests became so violent that the government said, fine, you will not have to study Hindi compulsorily, English will also go on. But see here in the cartoon, a student is with a stone and he is leading the protest. This student apparently does not know any language, but he is in the protest. इसका मतलब क्या है? It makes no sense. Hence, this is a negative quality. The other thing that we will understand or try to understand is language. How is it made a tool of dominance? And that we will try to do using certain important lines from the text itself. Okay. Now it will be better if you find those lines from the text and underline it as important. The order has come from Berlin to teach only German in the schools of Alsace and Lorraine. This was declared by M. Hamel. And what does this show? That Germans were not just satisfied by capturing the territories. उनको कल्चर के ऊपर भी कब्ज़ा करना था. और कल्चर के ऊपर कब्ज़ा करने का सबसे आसान तरीका क्या है? What do you do? You take hold, take control of the language. Language भी हमारे कल्चर का ही एक पार्ट है ना. Then, When a people are enslaved, as long as they hold fast to their language, it is as if they had the key to their prison. This is again said by M. Hamill. What is he saying? अगर आपको किसी के कब्जे में आने से बचना है, if you want to stop the domination through language, then what do you have to do? You have to hold on tight to your own language. Never leave your own language, or else you will become slaves to the language of other people. So, what is M. Hamill trying to say? That your language is an important expression of your identity, and if others use language to dominate upon you, you have to resist by using your language even more fiercely. अच्छा, अब आपके बुक में ये क्वेश्चन भी है कि आपने कोई एग्जाम्पल देखा है हिस्ट्री में जब लैंग्वेज को किसी के ऊपर थोपा गया है, किसी और लैंग्वेज को? सो हियर लुक एट दिस पिक्चर. This is a picture from the Bangla language movement. This is also a protest. इस protest में क्या हो रहा है? You must be aware, a little aware of the fact that Bangladesh was East Pakistan first. इस तरफ का जो पाकिस्तान है अभी जो हमारे इस साइड में है, तो वो पाकिस्तान वेस्ट पाकिस्तान था, और बांग्लादेश which was part of, originally a part of Pakistan, was East Pakistan. बांग्लादेशी people are Bengali speaking people. अब उनके साथ ये हो रहा था कि उनके ऊपर उर्दू इम्पोज किया जा रहा था, एंड दे फेल्ट दैट दिस इज़ सो रॉन्ग. दे आर ओरिजिनल स्पीकर्स ऑफ बंगाली, एंड हाउ डज इट मैटर whether they speak Urdu or Bengali, and why should anyone try to kill the language of Bengal? So they started this movement, the Bangla language movement. And ultimately, this became the reason behind Bangladesh's freedom that it gained in 1971. Then comes the evergreen example, the imposition of English in India. We still stick to English, we still see English as a sign of class. And who has done this to us? The English Education Act of 1835, which started English language study in India. Well, what can we say about this imposition now? The English have left India, the Britishers have left India, but we are still in that frame of mind. We still think knowing English is a sign of class. Okay, now look here. Here we have some other examples of language imposition. The French have done so, the Portuguese have done so, even the Spanish people have done so. कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है. कोई भी country को colonize करने आया, they have invariably imposed their language. Alright, so make sure that you go through the story once and enjoy the story. And if you don't understand anything, do ask me. And don't forget to have a good time. That's very important. Take care of yourselves, and thank you for listening patiently.